Good morning, students. Dear students, our next topic is moment of inertia. So, what is moment of inertia? Its definition: the moment of inertia of the area or mass about any axis is the second moment of area about that axis. So, moment of inertia, it is represented by letter capital I. So consider a lamina of area A as shown in this figure. This is a lamina. So the area of lamina is given by the letter A. That is total area of the lamina is represented by the capital letter A, and this total area is split up into small areas A1, A2, A3, etc. So as shown in this figure, total area it consists of area A1, A2, A3. So then moment of area A1, moment of small area A1 about the given axis, this is equal to A1 R1. So see, this is the area A1. So moment, this is the given axis. So moment of area A1 about the given axis. So already we know moment of area, this is equal to area into product of the perpendicular distance of the area from the given distance. From the given axis. So R1 is the perpendicular distance of this area A1 from the given axis. Similarly, area, this is the area A2, small area A2, and this is the small area A3. That is total area of the lamina, it consists of area A1, A2, A3 and so on. So R1, R2, R3, these are the perpendicular distance of the CG of the areas A1, A2, A3 from the given axis. Then moment of area A1, moment of area A1 about the given axis, this is equal to A1 into R1. So moment of area A1 about the given axis, this is equal to A1 R1. So if this moment of area A1 R1 is again multiplied by the quantity R1, so then A1 R1, this is equal to R1. So that is, this moment of area is A1 R1, this is again multiplied by R1, so this is equal to A1 R1 square. So it is known as moment of the small area. So this is moment of the small area, that is second moment of the small area. So similarly, second moment of the small areas A2, A3 and so on about the given axis, this is equal to A2 R2 square, A3 R3 square, A2 R2 square, A3 R3 square and so on. So then second moment of area, second moment of the total area A is equal to A1 R square plus A2 R2 square plus A3 R3 square and so on. This is equal to summation AR square. So it means moment of inertia, it is given by I is equal to summation AR square. So then what is the definition of moment of inertia? Product of the area and square of the distance of the center of gravity of the area from an axis is known as moment of inertia of the area about that axis. So moment of inertia, it is also termed as second moment of area. Second moment of area means moment of area means second moment of area. So moment of inertia, it is also known as second moment of area. So the definition of moment of inertia is product of the area and square of the distance of the CG of the area from an axis is known as moment of inertia of the area about that axis. So then moment of inertia about x-axis, it is given by Ixx, and moment of inertia about y-axis, it is given by Iyy, and moment of inertia about an axis passing through the centroid is represented by Ig or simply I. So then units of moment of inertia are millimeter raised to the power 4, centimeter raised to the power 4 or meter raised to the power 4. So then what is the importance of moment of inertia? So the moment of inertia is very important for the design of structural members. So next is, what is radius of gyration? So consider the figure on page 1. That is, so consider this figure. So total area is total area is capital A. So this total area, it consists of small areas A1, A2, A3, etc. So this is the given axis. So then moment of inertia about the given axis of this area A, this is equal to A1 r square plus A2 r2 square plus A3 r3 square and so on. So let the total area of the lamina is supposed to be concentrated at a distance A, at a distance K from the given axis. This total area, this is the given axis. This total area of the body is supposed to be concentrated at a distance K from the given axis. Then moment of inertia of the whole area of the total area about the given axis, this is equal to I is equal to AK square. I is equal to AK square. So K is equal to I upon A under root. So K is known as radius of gyration. So what is the radius definition of radius of gyration? The radius of gyration, K, it is noted by K, is defined as the distance of a point from the given axis where the whole area of the body is supposed to be concentrated. The radius of gyration is defined as the distance of a point from a given axis where the whole area of the body is supposed to be concentrated. Then units of radius of gyration are, so because it is a distance, so its units are millimeter, centimeter or meter. So next is theorem of perpendicular axis. So what is theorem of perpendicular axis? So this is a lamina. So the area of the lamina, it is given by A, and D is the small element. So x-axis and y-axis, these are two mutually perpendicular axes, and z-axis is third axis perpendicular to these x-axis and y-axis. X-axis and y-axis, these are two mutually perpendicular axes, and z-axis is third axis perpendicular to the plane of the paper. So this z-axis, it is perpendicular to x-axis and it is also perpendicular to y-axis. So then theorem of perpendicular axis states that moment of inertia of any figure about the axis perpendicular to two mutually perpendicular axes is equal to sum of moment of inertia of the same figure about these two axes. That is, moment of inertia of this area A about z-axis is equal to moment of inertia of this area A about x-axis plus moment of inertia of this area A about y-axis. So this is theorem of perpendicular axis. Again I am repeating, theorem of perpendicular axis. These are two perpendicular axes, mutually perpendicular axes, x-axis and y-axis, and this is the lamina. This is a lamina of area A. So moment of inertia of this lamina A about third axis, z-axis. So z-axis, it is perpendicular to x-axis and y-axis. This z-axis, it is also known as polar axis. So this moment of inertia of this area A about z-axis, this is equal to moment of inertia about x-axis plus moment of inertia about y-axis. So z-axis, it is also known as polar axis. So moment of inertia, this is also known as polar moment of inertia, IP. So z-axis, it is also called polar axis, and IZ is known as polar moment of inertia denoted by IP. So second is theorem of parallel axis. So what is theorem of parallel axis? This is a lamina of area A. Total area of the lamina is A. G is the center of gravity of this lamina, and x-axis, this is the x-axis passing through the center of gravity of the lamina. So this x-axis is centroidal axis because it passes through the center of gravity of the lamina. So AB is any axis parallel to centroidal axis. AB is any axis about which moment of inertia is required. We want to determine the moment of inertia about this axis AB. So this AB axis is parallel to this centroidal axis. H is the distance between these two axes. H is the perpendicular distance between centroidal axis and AB axis. So what is the theorem of parallel axis? According to theorem of parallel axis, IAB is equal to IG plus AH square. This is the theorem of parallel axis. IAB is equal to IG plus AH square. So from this, what is the definition of theorem of parallel axis? Moment of inertia, IB the moment of inertia of the lamina about axis AB. So IG is the moment of inertia about centroidal axis, about x-axis. A is the total area of the figure, and H is the perpendicular distance between these two axes. So then what is the definition of theorem of parallel axis? According to theorem of parallel axis, this theorem states that the moment of inertia of an area about any axis parallel to centroidal axis, this is equal to moment of inertia of this axis AB, this is equal to moment of inertia about centroidal axis plus product of the area and square of the distance between these two axes. Again I am repeating theorem of parallel axis. The moment of inertia of this area about any axis AB, this is equal to moment of inertia about its centroidal axis plus product of the area and square of the perpendicular distance between these two axes. So H is the perpendicular distance between centroidal axis and axis AB, about which moment of inertia is required, and this total area is A. So IAB is equal to IG plus AH square. Thank you.